Hey everybody, so we are going to do this again, and I've got to set this all up. I hope everybody is there and watching, and I really hope people can see this. Otherwise, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna pop this out, and I'm gonna do this, and hopefully everybody is coming over to the new chat. That is the hopes, and we will get the chat running, and help, I'm just going to go crazy because, well, this is just not working out well today. I've had major technical difficulties this morning. It's taken me almost 20 minutes just to get this live stream up, and I've done live streams before. I just do not know what is going on, and I'm going to pop in this chat. There's Stan. At least we got one person. Holy crap, I don't believe this. This is ridiculous. There's our, how you doing, Russ? Glad people are coming in. We are going to go. Oh, look at that. The other one is working. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm going to go there. We're going to put the new one up. I'm going to go here. I'm setting this chat up real quick. Got to get this set up properly. There we go. I don't know what's going on. Can someone go into the other chat and tell people it's started up, and then we'll talk and we'll get into the other stuff. Oh, look, I even have this all screwed up. I haven't even done this. Oh, let's change that. 7, 3, and okie dokie. Look, now we have the right thing. Jarrett, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm glad someone else has shown up. Normally this runs a lot smoother, and normally I start on time, as most people can say. But I am starting at a different time than usual. I do want to see what my stats are like. This is not the right one. I want to see what kind of stats I have, see who's watching, and all that good stuff. That is not the one I want. Who cares? So anyway, if someone could go into that other live stream thingy and tell people to come over here. Thank you very much, Stan. I appreciate it. Let's hope people come over here now. Oh my gosh, I am, it's been one of those days. We'll get to the topic in just a minute. We are going to, hey, there's Neil. How you doing, Neil? Oh, Neil, I drove by your place of work today with a client of mine. Anyway, I'm hoping, can you guys hear me okay? Is everything working right? Because, I mean, with today's problems, who the hell knows what's going to go on now? Anyway, I'm going to assume that everybody can hear me since Stan did it. Hey, I did. How did I get it to work? Well, Craig, here's how I did it. I did a stream now. I went into Google, and this is all through Google Hangouts, and I use XSplit as my camera for Google Hangouts. And that's how I did it. So it's not the best thing. So if I actually invited you, you could join, but I'd prefer to keep this going. We might, who knows, maybe we'll get someone in. Well, I don't know. Today's going to be a shit show from the sounds of it. Oh, that was my end around, beat around, work around. I'm going to have to look up what the API thing is. I mean, what the heck? It's like I haven't done a live stream in 2 weeks. What's this API YouTube? I don't know. And I tried it about 10 times, so I have no clue what's going on. Anyway, guys, hi. How is everybody? I hope everybody's doing really well. I don't think Stella stuck around because it's almost 2 o'clock their time, and I didn't expect to see Owen because it's 2 o'clock his time in the morning. Oh, good. We do have 12 people watching. That's nice. Everybody, hello. Welcome. Today, last week, for those of you who were concerned, yes, I was fine. I didn't have anything to talk about, and I really was just kind of in a funk, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do a live stream because that's just not a good thing for me to do today. And then yesterday, I didn't even know what I was going to talk about until I got the email from Airmap yesterday about the LAANC, whatever you want to call it, LAANC, and that how it's all getting integrated. And I'm going to pop over to their website really quick, and you guys will still be able to see your comments. And right now, yeah, oh, you are here, Stella. Holy cow, man. Thank you so much for being here. I'm impressed. Glad you're here, and I hope you make it through. So what we're talking about today is this new LAANC, LAANC, to 500 more airports And if you look through here, it's going to be, they did a lot of good stuff. You can read through here, and I've got a link in the description. I was able to copy the description and put it onto this video too, so you do have that there. If you look here, they're popping some out in South Central USA and end of April, and then May, Western, blah, 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 blah. But there's this little thing down here, right below all of this list, has really, really got me excited. It says drone pilots near select airports in Alabama, Arizona, Illinois, Kansas, Missouri, all these other places I don't care about. We might be starting in spring. We might have this in spring. And the other thing that gets me all excited, that makes me think that maybe we might actually be doing this in spring for O'Hare, having quick authorizations at O'Hare. Like here, I'm not going to show you where I live, but I'm going to pop a spot open. This is in O'Hare airspace. Okay. Now I'm going to show you my phone. It's not going to show you anything interesting. Now, what I want you to see, looking at O'Hare airspace, okay. Oops. It's not going to focus very well. Focus. Anyway, what that says in the orange below, it says, Chicago Class B Area A airspace requires FAA Part 107 waiver. Automated authorization coming soon at or below 200 feet. Coming soon. I like that. I'm hoping, and this, it does this, even up where I live right now, it will go up to 300 feet or 400 feet. This is like where I just did this little spot. It's probably 1.5 miles to 2 miles from the runways. I've went as close to about 1 mile from the runway, the end of the runway. Of course, you can't actually fly in O'Hare. That was kind of cool. See, look, they have a big orange thing around O'Hare. No, you can't fly. Actually, I wonder what happens if I hold my thumb down there in O'Hare. That's what happens if you're standing in O'Hare. So I'm just excited that, let's see, we're going to go literally 1/2 mile to 1 mile. Come on. It won't let me do it now. Okay. So anyway, what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, for O'Hare, that's a big deal. I mean, that means that I can fly close to my house. I don't have to leave. I can fly in my backyard, which you guys know has been a big deal for me. And that might happen in the end of April, which would be an awesome birthday present for me in April. Woohoo! And there was something else I wanted to talk about too, but we'll get into that in a minute. I want to know, you guys are really being quiet. It must be, well, I got 12 people watching. Yes, it was coming soon, but I figured O'Hare would be one of the last places to instill it and make it happen. When is coming soon? Well, Neil, what I'm thinking is this says April 30th is the first thing, so I'm hoping that by April 30th we have instant authorization, so meaning I could fly. You get yours in May. Woohoo, Stan. That is so awesome, isn't it? So this summer, I should be able to fly around O'Hare. Not at O'Hare, but, Rosemont would be cool because they've got some cool Christmas lights in Rosemont, and that would be fantastic. Thank you very much, Russ, for giving me the love. I appreciate that. We got 13 viewers right now. Woohoo! We're just rocking and rolling in the viewers. Northeast here, so fall for me. Jared, that's a bummer. Northeast, well, right now you guys are getting a little bit of weather from what I hear. Speaking of Northeast, it's a nor'easter coming through there. If you're in that area, I've got a friend there who's getting beat up with snow. He said it was he should be able to go out, but his place was closed anyway. Okay, so yeah, I'm just. What are your guys' thoughts? Has anybody used, that's in my 13 whole viewers? Has anybody used the link that's already available? Like I think it was Omaha or some other places in Lincoln, up in Minnesota. I think there's some places. I would like to know. I've seen things. Yep, east, north, just rain. Oh, that's good. Just glad you're getting just rain. I've seen people say that it was very, very quick, very, very easy to get it. And I am curious, even when it comes into O'Hare, how quick and how easy will it be? I mean, because I am literally underneath an approach pattern. Now, are they going to let me fly up to 400 feet when planes are coming in? Or are they going to be like, oh, hell no, you ain't flying nowhere unless planes are nowhere near? I mean, that's the kind of things I want to know. I'm going to test those things out. You can be sure of that. I'm going to try to fly when there's planes coming in. And of course, when I know when there's no planes at all, it probably won't be an issue. I'm sure that if it was like an emergency situation where I was helping out the police or fire or whatever, do something very critical, I'm sure I could get authorization to do it. Yes. Eastern, so you're in July. See here, we'll pop that back up. We'll pop this little thing. Wink, look at that. Woohoo! Let me do that. Nope, it just lets me move it. I was going to try to copy or, scroll or select that and highlight it. But yeah, I mean, check that out. Oh, and of course, I might want to look into this digital airspace authorization for Airmap from deep linking partners, blah, blah, blah. But I'd like to know about deep linking here with Airmap, and see maybe hook something up where I create my own little app for me to use to get something. But then why would I really do that since Airmap works so well? So that's what I have. I mean, you guys, I'm excited about this. I'm not going to play this video because I don't know how the audio is going to be good. Audio sounds robotic. Uh-oh. That must mean it might be your end and it might be my end. It's probably the stream bandwidth going on either on your side, sound crackling. Uh-oh. Crackling? Let me see. Hang on. Let me put my headphones on. It sounds fine to me. So it is the internet. That's the problem. Okay. So the sound is between me and you guys. Could be YouTube, could be me to my Xfinity, and it could be between you. Glad it's better. Good. I don't need another headache. I just don't need another headache. But just real quick again, has anybody in this audience done any kind of LAANC before? You had a bandwidth issue for a little while? Really? Because they just upgraded me. Well, the uploads are not as fast. I think I get 10 megabits. Okay, you're all good. Must be, I don't know, maybe my stepson's playing video games. I hope not. He knows I'm on here. Okay, well, that's going to be fun. Okay, what I was trying to say was, or ask, and I don't know if it got through because of the audio. What did you guys, has anybody in the audience used the LAANC system before, and what was the experience? Because I've seen people say they had really good experiences. I want to know if I'm going to be able to fly when planes are approaching if I'm flying under 400 feet. Now, I do know from experience by being able to check my altitude while in an airplane. I checked my altitude around the time I was flying over my house. Of course, obviously, you're flying 300 miles an hour, so it's not perfectly accurate, and it's just not the best. But I took the Airmap thing down. Oh, okay, so it was the Airmap thing. Okay, good to know. Well, leave that alone. So when I was flying over my house, we were still at about 1,000 feet or 1,200 feet in that range. So we were at least 800 feet. I'm going to say between 800 and 1,300 feet above my house. So if I'm flying at 400, even when the planes are approaching, I shouldn't be in the way, but I'm going to bet they won't allow me to fly when they're using this side for landing, which is fine. I would understand. It kind of bumps me out because I could get some really cool footage of planes coming in from a certain height. But if I get if I could get up to 300 feet and get some cool pictures or videos of planes landing, it's just a different perspective that nobody's had. I know you're not going to get planes coming right up into your drone because that would be kind of crazy and stupid. And don't be stupid flying like that, But I'm excited just to be able to do that, just to be able to get that authorization. Because if I've got a client that's in the area, I can be like, okay, I can do this on this day, and go do it. How close to an airport you'll be able to fly? Stella, from the way this looks, I don't know about the authorization, but I checked it about a mile away, and it said 200 feet or 100 feet, between 1 and 200 feet, you could actually maybe get some authorization. Again, I'm thinking you'll only get that authorization when you're that close if they are not using that side of the airport. That I'm really kind of betting or guessing, my educated guess is that they don't want to have any kind of oopsies or any kind of possibility of oopsies, like maybe a fly away or something like that. What happens if your drone just decides to go up and it hits a plane, without you? So I'm thinking I'll probably be able to go 100 or 200 feet, within probably up to maybe a mile, or a mile away or further, maybe as close as a half mile. I doubt it though, which is about a kilometer for you. So that's my guess. But I'm thinking that we'll be able to get pretty close. Yeah, it's better than the 5 miles we have now. I live inside the 5 miles of O'Hare right now, so just barely inside. So I know that there will be days I will be able to fly out of my backyard, which will be kind of nice. I'm kind of dry in the throat. It's been a long day, guys. So other things I want to talk about. This is something that I was watching the FAA live stream from their symposium this morning. And I saw Taylor Mitchum on there. She's pretty good. It's pretty cool. She was on there. But there was one thing they kept talking about more than anything else that I saw. They were talking about, education and educating people, and mostly students. How was my trip to Jelly Belly? I'll talk about that in a minute, Craig. It's kind of scared redneck gets drunk. Well, redneck get drunk, hopefully they're not near O'Hare. But anyway, so educating people and mostly kids on how to fly safely and responsibly, whether they're going to make money at it or not, but how to know if you can fly or where you can fly and that kind of stuff. And what I was thinking, and I know there are people that do this. I know that there's a guy on my Facebook group, Frank. He does it. Stan, I don't know if you do this or not, but they go out to schools and just educate kids about flying safely. Not flying over people, not flying near the airport. If you're 107, you can, but if you're not 107, you cannot. Audio issues again? And I haven't switched over. This is a USB mic. It's my good mic. You know what? Hang on. I don't think it's the mic, guys. I really don't, because this mic sounds really good. And I can't sit like this because I hear myself. Yeah, it's probably with my bandwidth. It's, the computer is doing fine. I think you mean bandwidth, W-I-D-T-H, but that's okay. I don't really care. So can you guys, maybe that's part of my problem from earlier. Maybe it's because I'm using XSplit with Google through YouTube. I don't know. Let's just try to get through this, guys. I've got a whole 11 viewers, so I got topped out at 17. People aren't watching this except for you guys, my lovely hardcore fans, whom I love so much. So if you had issues with Hangouts, well, then it's Google Hangouts is the problem, because what else can I do? I don't think it's anything on my end. No, Carlos, that's the whole point. You don't have to call the airport for clearance, because that authorization is exactly doing that, and the right people know, and it's instant authorization. That's what this is supposed to get rid of. Now, the small regional airports that aren't included in this, or a small airport that is just too small, you still have to call them. Any airport that's not on this link, you will have to call. Leave me alone in the other one. Dude, Stan said, come over here. Oh, that's hilarious. I said I'm starting another one. I can't. Yeah, and I couldn't. Yeah. Sorry, technical difficulties. I hope y'all love me. So anyway, guys, let's talk about. Let's go back into what the FAA symposium was talking about this morning. You did not get the memo. That's your problem. You're gonna hate me. You're gonna leave me. I'm glad you got the good. Thanks, Carlos. I'm glad you got good information. You're welcome. Whatever. I can't think of words. Flying over people and being part 107. So what was I saying about flying over people and being 107? What I was saying is FAA was talking about in their symposium with a bunch of people that were not just FAA people, but drone pilots, including Taylor Mitchum. And they were talking about educating mostly kids and and adults, but mostly kids like ages 13 and 8 who are getting their first drone, even if it's not just a little toy, but if it's something like a Mavic Air, or even the little Trello, I think is it Trello, educating them on where and when they can fly, and when they, not flying over people, not flying to near the airport. I mean, because being under 18 years old, they are hobbyists. They cannot fly near the airport. And for me, I've got 2 schools that are within walking distance of me that are in the O'Hare airspace, and then, their neighborhoods are all here. So I think one of the things to talk to them about is like, you can't fly here. You really should not be flying here because it's dangerous. And I was thinking about adult kids. Exactly, Greg. I think you probably did. You watch that? Because that was one of the things that the guy in the middle has actually said that. But I would like to talk to them about, just flying safe, flying responsibly, because that's really about what I want to promote more than anything else on this channel. I mean, we have a lot of fun, a lot of good times, and that's one thing I like to do. I mean, nobody's perfect. I have accidentally flown over people, and I was like, oh crap, and I rectified it immediately, like get away from them kind of thing. It wasn't a large crowd, it was just it was a small group of people. So things like that do happen, but if you do it on purpose, that's worse. I mean, it's bad enough if you do it on accident, but it's worse if you do it on purpose. So to teach these kids the difference between flying safe and flying, because don't fly out of the school, because in Chicago you're not supposed to fly at schools, churches, cemeteries, or police stations, these kinds of things. You're not supposed to do any of that. So you got to tell them that. And they need to know that, and they need to know that if they're going to fly over Aunt May's house in the other state somewhere else, they have to look up what the rules are there. There are a handful of communities that don't want you to fly. What if they go to North Carolina? They're supposed to pass their little test and allow them to fly. Get a little warm and bubbly. What you drinking there, buddy? Maybe I wish this were not water sometimes. So those are the kinds of things. I mean, I would like to start promoting. I kind of want to make a challenge out to you guys. And if you guys do it, well, I'm going to attempt to do it. It's just a time thing for me. As you guys know, I have to make money other ways too, on Uber, and I had to do that most of the day today and tomorrow. Some jobs are coming in, but they're a little bit slower right now. They're coming in. I've been told they're coming. But I think I kind of made him upset on Friday. I think I showed up late. No, you just don't know how good it is to hear that. Oh, because of the teaching people. I want to challenge you guys to take your knowledge of flying and go out and find a school, in high school, middle school, and talk to the principals or the administrators and say, hey, I'm a drone pilot, I'm a licensed pilot. If you're a licensed pilot, if you're a hobbyist, it's kind of harder. Your credibility is a little. It's probably there, even if you've flown for 1,000 years as a hobbyist. You got a lot. That's probably more credibility than I have, as long as you know the rules, as long as you can prove that you know the rules, and teach these kids how to fly responsibly and safely, and that's because that's what I want you guys to do. That I'm going to try to do it. Maybe I will create more stuff, something to help us build some kind of curriculum. And it's just something that I'm not going to get paid to do. I don't expect you guys to get paid to do it. Just go out there and say, I want to help. The drone community is getting really big, and the drones are getting popular. Get out there and teach kids and tell them what's safe. If you guys know this, because we talked about this in my last live stream a couple weeks ago, but 2.5 weeks ago, I taught that guy how to fly. And he wanted to make sure he followed the rules. He wanted to make sure he felt comfortable flying. But but quite honestly, we spent the first 15 to 30 minutes just talking about what you do to prepare before you fly. Thinking of all of these great, thinking of all of the things like, where am I going to be? Am I close to anything that I have to worry about? Heliports, schools, airports, what do I do for each one of those? And how do I make sure that I'm flying safe? How do I know that I'm not going to fly over people? You got to do this and that. And we spent, like I said, 15 or 30 minutes just talking about that, talking about Airmap, talking about the weather, talking about a checklist. And by the way, I'm going to throw a checklist a link to a couple of my pre-flight checklists that you guys can use. They're free. They're public already. I just have to actually put the link somewhere. Maybe I'll put them on my website, bradsdrones.com. I'm redoing that right now. But I challenge you guys. Go out to a school. Teach them how to fly safely, how to fly responsibly. Talk, 30 minutes to an hour is probably all you need. You probably, because it's a hobby and you guys love it, and even if it's your job, you guys love it, you probably could talk about it all day long. But talk about things like, okay, we're near an airport. What are the rules? And grill the kid, not really grill the kids, but interact with the kids and make sure that they actually understand those rules. And then, because that's where it starts. We start teaching them, and I was wondering, how do I teach adults? Well, you guys have all been approached while you've been flying. Hey, how far does it go? What are the rules? Blah 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 blah. And just educate people. Educate the people with what you have. Okay? Educate them with the rules and the knowledge, and give them places to go for information. You can send them to me, but FAA is probably a better place to go. Even though their website sucks, they are going to try to make it more friendly, because if you guys all know, it sucks. The FAA site. So I challenge you guys, get out there, you do it. I want you to put it on my Facebook page that you did it, the Brad's Drones Facebook, or send me an email or whatever, and tell me the results, and then tell me when you're going to do it again. And do it. Try to do it once a month. Even if you only do it once, that's pretty cool. If you're in a small town and you only have one school to go to, well then, really, you don't need to do more than once. But if you also go to surrounding schools, that's not going to hurt either. But you would have further travel than I do. I could probably hit, 50 schools within 5 miles, maybe 10 miles. So, anyone else having problems with the latest glitchy version? I haven't used it in a while. We'll get to that in a second. I love to, but not in London. Not safe. Oh, Stella, do what you can, because that happens. You gotta educate them out there also in on the other side of the pond. I think all over the world, everybody should be educated. Don't do anything stupid or unsafe, because I don't want to hear about you in the news. Let's see what you can do. It doesn't have to actually be in London. You can maybe go out to whatever the safer community is. There's about 10-year-olds to 70s asking questions already. Yeah, Jared, and I have too. I had a little 4-year-old kids, 2, 3-year-old, I think, just barely walking kids running out. They were chasing my drone. Like, no, don't chase the drone. That's a bad idea. Honestly, guys, I have not even tried Litchi in a while. I've just been using the DJI 4 app because it's just working really well. I hope, Seabreeze, what kind of problems are you having with Litchi? Maybe we can is it just not working at all? Jared says it's not working. I gave a class in drone basics. You gave a class. Awesome, Stella. That makes me very, very happy, very proud of you. That's fantastic. A bunch of 12-year-olds. So you should have had Owen come with you. See, I think Owen would be a good one too for that age group, because he talks to them. He can talk their talk. But and I think that's fantastic. Dogs don't like the Phantom 4 Pro. Yeah, dogs. Oh yeah, they really don't like it. They'll either run from it or attack it. They definitely are a problem. I was out flying, actually in the same field that the little kids came and started chasing at a different time. I was getting some video, and this the little dog, it's not a Chihuahua, but like a Shih Tzu thing, just ran straight at my drone. I'm like, I was just laughing, because it was probably 20 yards away. It just started sprinting right at it, and it's about 6 feet in the air, and all I did was go up. Okay, so let's take a look. Serious lags with video feed on Android 6.0 tablet. Litchi didn't connect to the drone. Have you used Litchi? I'm not going to sit here and troubleshoot for you, because it's not really what the live stream's about today. But have you used Litchi on that tablet before? That's the first thing, because I did have connection problems when I first started, because it was only letting me connect to the DJI 4 app, because when I first logged into my drone, it said, hey, you got this new drone, we're going to always use the DJI 4 app, okay? And I said, okay. And if you tell it to use the app all the time, then you have to go back and undo that. And there's actually, if you go to the Litchi on the website in their help system, they tell you how to do that. And that's how I did it. I forgot how to do it because I did it. And whenever you start up an app, you have to say, use it just once, not always. That way you can have multiple different apps that you can use it, whatever you need. This was great before latest patch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have not used it. I don't even know if it's probably been updated, but have I used it? I used it since February, yeah, because I showed the guy a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it worked. It definitely worked for me a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago. But I used it for maybe 5 minutes, so I wasn't doing much more than that. I got you, I do that. Awesome. Thanks for the info. No problem, Jared. I hope it helps you out. What happened February series? Oh, yeah. So I'm just kind of reading. I don't know. Okay, guys, so let's get into what else do I have to say? See, I'm lost because I don't have Matt telling me what to say. Neil is no longer talking. Oh, in my opinion, find a build that works and don't update it until you really have to. You know, Stella, that's a good suggestion too. And sometimes they shove it out, but you got to say don't automatically update. Yeah, that's a very good. That's a good thing. I did that for a little bit with the Go4 app. Like, no, I don't want to even deal with it. So, Craig, if you want to know about the Jelly Belly, you have to go to the Let's Go Road Tripping site. I actually put the video up there. I put a new video on my other YouTube channel, and it does have some drone footage. Not a lot. That's why it's not on the Brad's drones, because it's not drone related. Woohoo, 12 viewers. You already watched it. Well, then why are you asking me about the Jelly Belly? You already know. Neil ate a fart. And that was hilarious. He's like, you do it. I'm like, no, I've seen reactions. Indirectly plug my other channel. Oh, see how you are, Craig? You could actually just put a link to it because you're an admin. You're a moderator. Oh, and yes, he ate soap too. Yes, but he ate a fart, which was much funnier. And I had already known about that. And there was like no friggin' way. I'm like, I am not touching that stuff. And I'm sorry, guys. You would have to super chat me like a bajillion dollars before I would even think of. Well, no, if it was a bajillion dollars, I would definitely eat a fart. And that apparently is like the absolute worst one. But what I do have, let me show you what I do have. This is what I did get. Yummy. In fact, no, I better not eat one. And if you notice, it is open. And here's the other one I got. Those are just not even remotely healthy. Notice they're not all gone. See, hey, thank you, Mr. Craig. Appreciate it. That's my video, guys. And I'll be putting another one up there next week. We did some live streams while we did the driving. I don't know if you guys saw those. If you saw those, actually, I had to delete one. Strip to Jelly Belly. I wasn't a factory. It was the distribution center. A bajillion. A bajillion is a 1 followed by a lot of zeros. I forgot I could do. Yeah, see, Craig. See, you're a moderator. Remember, I made you a moderator because you complained about it. No, actually, I trust you, so it's good. 12 whole viewers still, and we've only been running the stream for 30 minutes with all the technical difficulties. Not fun. I don't like technical difficulties the minute I'm starting a live stream. I was actually going to start at 3 minutes early, and it's like, no, you're not going to do this today. I'm like, oh, crap. Crap. So I want to know who is going to try, or who is going to get to a school in the next 30 days, 15 to 30 days, to try to teach or inform students No, a one with a lot of zeros is, I'm suggesting, the price of retirement for a very comfortable, luxurious lifestyle. That's what 1 bajillion is. Think of 1 billion times a billion. Oh, you sold your Spark on a Mavic Air. How are you liking that today, Stan? Did you get to fly it today? Were you able to get up and play around with it? That was definitely an upgrade from the Spark. The Mavic 2, oh man, we got to talk about the Mavic 2. Even though I really don't want to turn this into a DJI rah-rah. I kind of got tired of it. That's one of the other reasons I did not do one last week, because I didn't want to be a DJI rah-rah. Well, you got to get out and fly it, Stan. Fly it in the house. It'll work. I mean, it has hella good object avoidance. Of course, if you live in my apartment, it's probably not a good idea because it's kind of small. It's tiny. This is the biggest room we have. And it's the living room / my office, you know, / studio. You had to do all the updates. Yeah, I heard it's a challenge to get it up and running the first time. Only the first time. You get 1,000 updates to do, and you get to connect to the Wi-Fi in a funky fashion. Yeah, those are always fun. So the Mavic 2 should be coming out this month. We hope. That's from everything I see, because, you know, the price dropped again on the Mavic. It's down to what, $750, $760 on Amazon? Excuse me. That's cheap. It's dropping, so that means the Mavic 2 is going to be coming out. They got to get rid of their stock of the Mavics so that people want them 2s. It looks like it's going to be a decent drone. Might be a little too much. I'm going to wait for the Phantom 5, though. I'm definitely going to wait for Phantom 5. And then I saw some stuff on the Inspire 3. They won't be coming out this year, probably, but the Inspire 3 is like a wet dream of mine. I think that's going to end up probably being, you know, if you buy the X8 camera, which they will have an X8 camera, that's probably going to be like $25,000 to buy it fully rigged with batteries in that camera. What kind of camera on the Mavic 2? A 1-inch sensor that has basically the same cameras on the Phantom 4 Pro. Pretty much. The Phantom 4 Pro camera is going to be on that. Yeah, I'm tired of those little toy drones being released. I mean, Stan, I love the Mavic Air, but I'm not going to buy one. It's the 15-minute flight time does not excite me. And the Spark, no. Spark's too small. But the Mavic, I think the Mavic is going to be a little bit less of a toy because it's supposed to be beefier and all that. Nobody knows yet. Either word is BS. I think you're having typing issues. And then who knows if the Autel will ever release their little Evo on a zoom scope of inspections. You can get that with the Inspire 1 and the Matrice M210 or M200, and you can get a Z30 camera, which is a 30 zoom, which costs about $700 or $900. Oh no, we're not done yet, Craig. What are you doing? No, you can't leave, Craig. No, you have to stay here. The tuner guy's proven to be a fraud. I don't know. He's been pretty damn accurate. I hear you. Okay, so your controller's too small to be effective. So yeah. Well, yeah, the Mavic controller is pretty small, even the Pro. And it does feel, I mean, that controller does feel like a toy. But I think this too is going to be good. Why do I have to stay? Because Simon says. That's why you have to say, Craig. Simon says Craig has to stay until I say you can leave. Okay, go feed the dogs. And don't feed your belly, though. I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm like crazy. I haven't even had dinner. And this is getting kind of late, guys. This is later than I expected to. Well, I expected to run an hour, but starting 20 minutes late is not great. But since Craig is leaving, we all must just hang out. No, I'm actually, it's been a long day. I am very tired. I am going to try to do this. I may keep an eye, you guys keep an eye out. I might change the live streams to Tuesdays because I did try to drive Uber yesterday, and we'll just say that it was a failure because I made very little money and a lot of time and drove a lot, and it was not worth my time. So, good night, Stella. Or if fine, you'll eat and watch. That's fine too. But I may change it to Tuesdays. I might change it to Tuesdays. Do you like that upper images? And I might even make it, and Stella, you'll hate me, but I might be making it later. It might be at 6:30. I might push 6:30 because 5:30 is still a little bit too early for a lot of people, and 7:30, I don't like this 7:30. This is too late for me. But Stella, I mean, you're still pushing midnight 30. So, and I appreciate you even being here on this one. I really do. I'm very happy that you're here. And I tried to do it earlier in the day for my people on the other side of the planet, including the Aussie Marks, try to do it for them. But the 5:30 was really kind of killing me because it was a really bad time of day. So Tuesdays work great. I'll take over. There you go. So yeah, Craig can do Wednesdays. Because I saw you try to do something with the drone earlier, and I couldn't watch it because I was trying to. I'm in the process of moving my Brad's Drones website from one hosting company to another, and I did not previously have a WordPress site, so it makes it very difficult. So I'm recreating the entire site on WordPress on this new hosting company, which is cheaper, better, faster, stronger, and it's like Bionic Man. And it's a really good company. And that's what I'm doing. I was doing that for the last 2.5 hours before I did the live stream. Then I had to stop, do the live stream. I'm almost done with it. Hopefully the new website will be up here in the next, well, it will be up in the next 7 days because the other one's going to be gone. It's like my schedule is unpredictable lately. Oh, what's going on, Russ? It is kind of late for you, huh? It wouldn't let me stream on YouTube, but it let me on Facebook. Maybe it's a YouTube problem with this API thing. I don't know. It's a good, more than once a week per question we might have. Well, I might only be doing one live stream, and then Craig will be doing another. But, on Thursdays, Ken Heron has one. But good luck getting him to answer a question because his chat's going a million miles a minute. Even if you drop him, well, you probably have to drop him like a 20 or 50 spot just so the chat stops so that he can see it. That kind of thing. So if I do a Tuesday, Craig does it. My English is very good. So it would be me on Tuesday, then Craig on Wednesday, and then Ken on Thursday. Ken's really good at doing Thursday. He can have it. He can have it all he wants. That's fine. And if you guys don't watch Ken Heron, you probably should. I have some issues with some of the things he does, but in general, he's pretty cool. He and I have different thoughts. I don't think he cares or knows. He knows a little bit about me, and that's it. He might know my name. Hey, we're dropping viewers like a box of rock, like faster than anything. So I must be getting boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head over to that end screen, and hopefully the audio doesn't crap out. Good day on Saturday. Good dad on Saturday. Everyday dad on Saturday. I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Stan. I think you're having problems typing today. You all right over there, man? You're going to make it. I like this Premiere Pro video from today. I haven't watched that yet. I have been busy. I got to watch it. See, I'm really horrible. In fact, someone else put a video up that I missed too. Was it you, Craig? Oh, it was you, Craig. I think it was you. You're like, hey, go look at my video. Sorry, I missed it. The Everyday Dad is great. Oh, yeah. That's okay. He does Saturday. Okay. I'm the one having a problem then. All right. So he does say, yeah. And then there's a lot of them to do it. So guys, I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to go throw this end screen up. Don't forget, you can always support on Patreon, and it supports these live streams. Does help a little bit. Every little bit does help. You can do it from $2 to whatever per video. And remember, it's a per video. So I do no more than 4 of these in a month. So it would be up to that. And you don't have to actually, you can always put a cap on how much you give to a creator. So anything you can do will help. Good night, Jarrett, and have a great night at PA, and stay out of that snow. Hope it stays safe over there. So I'm going to pop over to my beautiful end screen that you all love so much. And don't forget, if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and I said it 1,000 times, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's just been a busy week. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, a great weekend, and until next time, fly safe, and bye!